My grandmama told me wasn't nothing open past 2 a.m. but legs and liquor stores. I don't know what Grace mama and them taught her, but she come. What's up, y'all? This is Poetry. I'm here with the review for Greenleaf, Point of No Return. Man, let's go ahead and get it started. Let's get it cracking. Let's get it popping. Let's get going. Grace is sneaking in the wee hours of the night. No, to be more exact, in the early hours of the a.m. And she trying to creep through the crib, and Sophie opens the door like, hey ma, hey girl, hey, where you been? And she like, oh, Sophie, what you doing up so early? And Sophie tell her, I'm up praying. While you out here thotting and bopping, I'm down on my knees praying in another way, on my knees in a whole another way, mama. So Grace is feeling kind of convicted by the fact that her daughter is up praying and she creeping in the middle of the doggone morning. Okay, so they go over to the crib where Jacob and Kerissa is at, and they are having electrical problems with the house. Apparently something is breaking down in this house every other day. And right now, Jacob is calling on Stan, the family man, to come fix up all the little work around the house. But Carissa's like, stop calling him. We need to let Tasha and Skanks know what the heck is going on. This their house. We just got the house on parsonage. I think that's how is that what it's called, a parsonage? When they get the house for free because they were living there with the church. Or they get it on the low because they working for the church, that type of thing. Okay, so she like, yeah, stop calling your mom. Stop calling Stan. Because every time, trust me, every time that Stan talk to you and come out here and do work for you for free, he letting your mama know. So don't act like we getting this really for free. It's coming with a price. So in the meantime, Skanks calls up Jacob and like, hey, look what your mom and daddy done did. He say, well, what the hell is going on? He said, please tell me you didn't know about this. They done filed an injunction on us to stop the church from going under construction. And he's like, nah, man, I didn't know nothing about that. Check this out. I'm going to meet you down there at the church. And he said, no, you ain't going to meet me at our church. Let's go and meet over at Calvary. We're going to roll up on them. So Jacob was like, all right. It's like Jacob ain't got no damn mind. Everything that Skanks say do, he jump. Like, come on, Jacob. Grow some cojones. So Lady Mae is showing Aaron around the house. And it's throwing me off because the last time that she was interacting with Aaron, she seemed real defensive in his presence. She was put off at the fact that he was going to be there. Now she seems to be going over and beyond to impress him. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, why for? Houseway. I just don't understand what's going on, right? Kevin comes in and talks to Charity. Getting the baby ready. Charity need to go make some free runs, so she want Kevin to watch the son. And he like, look, we need to talk. He said, but I'm going to go ahead and take care of my kid right now because, I don't have this opportunity once the divorce happens. And she's like, what you mean? I would never keep you away from your son. I'm thinking, wasn't just the past 3 months Kevin had no knowledge about what was going on with his son? Wasn't you, I guess, in a way, kind of keeping him from the way that they, showed us? You was keeping him away from his kid because it's like, he trying to be with you, but he don't know nothing that's going on with his kid. So I didn't believe her. I didn't believe you, Charity. I mean, it seems so odd, their whole relationship. So, but Charity agrees to go ahead and to talk about the divorce. She said we'll get together later that night, and we'll go ahead and discuss it. Okay? He's fine with that. He's playing with his little Nathan is such an adorable baby. Where they find this little cutie patootie? He is such an adorable baby. So Grace is preparing to facilitate a wedding. And Sophie is there questioning her about, Darius. Like, hey, what's up with Mr. New Booty? And, ooh, I forgot I'm talking about a religious show. I can't call it Mr. New Booty. But Grace assures her that she and Darius aren't getting down like that. And she was like, so what the heck y'all up doing till 5 a.m. to the sunrise? I know my grandmama told me wasn't nothing open past 2 a.m. but legs and liquor stores. I don't know what Grace mama and them taught her, but she come in at 5 a.m. You talking about that's all y'all doing is talking? What you talking about? So she said, well, truth be told, what we're talking about is Uncle Perv. And Grace is like, I'm not Grace, Sophie is like, you know, why don't you just pray for him? Let go and let God handle him. And Grace is like, nah, that ain't finna happen. I'm going to keep on keeping on until I get him gone. That's what we're going to do. Prayer ain't going to help in this situation. And Sophia is left feeling kind of like, really, Ma? Come on now, we people of the cloth. We not going to go to God in prayer on this? Grace like, that ain't what we finna do. That's not what we finna do. So Skanks and Jacob roll up into the church. I mean, they roll up. They walk through this mug like they own the place. They breeze past Grace. Grace looking like, what? Excuse me? And she really don't say nothing to them though. They go past, they get to the hallway. Skanks look back and say, oh, Pastor Greenleaf, what's up? And Jacob's like, hey, sis, you know. Grace is looking totally stunned, but she don't say nothing to him. They walks up in the office and go past the little social media secretary. I forgot her name already. Go past her. And rolls up into the bishop's office. And she was like, I'm so sorry, Bishop. They just barged right on in. He said, well, they could barge their butt right on out of here. And Skanks is like, what the heck is going on with you? What is up with this injunction, right? And he turns to Jacob and say, bark. You know. And Jacob was like, oh, Daddy, I'm sorry. He said, the Skank said, hold up. There ain't gonna be no sorries up in this place. What you apologizing for? He said, let me tell you, Bishop, what the heck is wrong with you? Did you break his toys when he was a kid? You're the type of father that removed all the marshmallows from the Lucky Charms. What is really going on? What kind of man would do this to their son? My dog just made a noise in the background, sorry. And so next they go over to They go over to Jabari and Charity. And they're talking about her music and how good she sounds and how she should be writing for a living because nobody writes songs like she do. And she was like, you know, I'm happy with the church. I do this because I love it. He said, I know that's why you would be so good at it. I got some publishers down in Nashville that can put you on. You would have to come down to Nashville like 2 or 3 times a month. You know, meet with some writers, but you'll be good. I think you should be able to do this. And they so close. I don't like people to talk to me that close in my face like that. They standing so close and having this conversation. And then she's all, I just want to thank you for all that you do and all that you have done for me. You have been such an inspiration to my life, Jabari. And then he hugs her up and they hold in this little tight embrace. And he leans in, but he don't kiss her. He just lays closely next to her neck. And then Lady Mae walks in. And he's like, ooh, my bad, Lady Mae, my bad. And she's like, what? Okay. The heck is up with this? And she was like, Jabari excused herself, and Charity's like, Mama, you know, I was just thanking him. He's done a lot for me. And she said, yeah, but that embrace was a tad bit inappropriate. Inappropriate. What word did I just use? Tad bit inappropriate. And she said, look, Mama, let me tell you, ain't nothing going on with me and Jabari. We just friends. I was just thanking him. But let me let you know what's going on between me and Kevin Kev before you flip out and find out another way. It's over. Things ain't working out between us. Lady Mae said, wait a minute. Look here. Marriage. It could bend, it could twist, it could be shooken up. But you don't want to break it. Because once you break it, honey child, it is over. And that's going to be like one of the greatest losses you ever want to feel. And think about how that's going to affect your children. I mean, she only got one, but I know what Lady Mae was talking about. Think of how that's going to affect your child. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to sit down and you're going to talk to your daddy. You and Kevin going to go into counseling. And y'all going to have a little good session with him. And then after y'all talk to your daddy, then you'll decide what's the best course of action for your marriage. Okay, baby? And she was like, okay. Bishop going into Aaron's office. Aaron has been in there trying to record his little temporary message on the phone about how he's the legal counsel for the church or whatever. And getting it done. And Bishop was like, look, her Skanks and them just rolled up into my office. And he demanded that we sit down and talk to him. He's like, well, what you want to do? He said, well, I'm coming to you. Legal counsel. What you mean what I'm going to do? So Aaron advises him, go on, wait him out. One thing that the devil hating is waiting. So he said, told him to go on, wait it out. So all right. So they should be like, all right, cool. We're going to wait him out. He walks back in the office and tells him, hey, look here. I got a meeting. So y'all can sit here if y'all want to. I got things to do. But after 4 o'clock, yeah, everybody gonna be gone. Just letting you know that. Then Lady Mae comes in. Lady Mae comes in and Jacob was like, hey, hey, mama, how you doing? And, they kind of have a small exchange of words. And he's telling her, you just need to stop this injunction. She was like, we ain't finna stop nothing. I'm just letting you know that right now. And she says, and by the way, I know all your business. You doggone right. Just like Kerissa said. Every time Stan go to your house, Stan the man come back and tell me what's going down. So trust and believe, I know all your business. So Tasha shows up to the house to fix what's wrong. Now, Kerissa asked her for an electrician, but she decides to bring her little toolkit over there. And she over there flipping switches the same way that Jacob done flip switches, and ain't nothing going on. Now she done pissed Kerissa off. Finally, Kerissa comes out of her doggone shell and goes off on her like, look here, honey bunny. You living up in the daggone high rise, and we would like to have hot running water too. She's like, well, it's because you had the heat on. She said, we can't have the heat and the refrigerator on at the same time. The heck is wrong with you? So, in the midst of this little debacle, Tasha informs her. She drops a little tea on Kerissa while Kerissa is fixing her some tea about the fact that they broke. They broke. Church ain't got no money. She don't know where they gonna get the money from to help fix the dang own house. But that's what the problem is. We kind of living on tight means right here, right now. So Jacob is back at the office and he's still trying to get Skanks to leave out of this dang on office. Skanks is steadfast and unmovable, baby. He trying to get the Wi-Fi password. He like, we ain't going nowhere. He said, let me tell you a little story. So he told him a story about how his daddy died, or the day his daddy died. And how his daddy used to play baseball or what have you. That's the only thing him and his daddy had in common. And one day his mama came home and said, hey, your daddy gone. He done went on to glory. He walked into the fire of Moses, the burning bush, and he gone. He gone. So, Jacob was like, so it's been your whole lifelong dream now just to bring my daddy down. He said, no, my dream ain't to bring your daddy down. It's to lift you up. He said, so Bishop come in and say, hey, why don't y'all come in the conference room? We're going to talk to y'all. He say, see, now you need to show and prove, Jakey boy. Now you need to show and prove. So Sophia is at her little conference. This will be like the baptismal classes that I was speaking of that we kind of had before we did the baptism. But they're having like an after baptism, like a new birth or something like that type of conference. And she's going in there. The young lady is speaking about how now that you have decided to get baptized, ain't no turning back. There's no point of return. It's the title of the show. Ain't no point of return. This is the time that you may slip up. You may backslide. She know people that has been baptized at least 10 times. When she said that, I was like, did she read my comments from last week on Random TV Review Post? Because I just mentioned on their video from last week that I've been baptized 10 times. Like, no joke, 10 times. Every time I went to a new church, I got baptized again. And then at a couple of those churches, I did some rededications. And I baptized again. And it wasn't that, I don't know. She was saying that the people who wanted to be rebaptized, they got rebaptized 10 times. They felt that they need to have their batteries recharged. That's why they want to get baptized. In my case, I did so because I thought the mess didn't work the first 9, 6, 7, 11 times. So I figured that if I got rebaptized again, then maybe this time I would get more cleansed. And whatever was wrong, all my little sins would be completely washed away. This time, I would be fixed at it. Then I realized that I wasn't broken it. Well, I'm kind of broken. But I realized that the people at the churches, plural, that I had been attending and listening to and gathering the word from was just as broke as I was. And it was like the pot calling the kettle black. And I was like, blind leading the blind. You can't guide me nowhere that I can't see either. So yeah, I left the church. I stopped getting baptized. They go back into the office with Bishop, Jacob and Skankster. They go back into the office with Bishop. And he was like, I think we could sit down and come up to a spiritual, Skank said we come up to a spiritual agreement of what we could do here. And Aaron is like, look, this is what we do. We'll give y'all a week to fix everything that y'all fix. If y'all meet all the codes, then we'll forget about everything. But if not, this injunction will still follow. So I think he said at that time again, like, how could you do this to your only son or something like that? And Jacob went on some little rant about when he found out this Skank's daddy died in the fire. Not only did he lose his daddy that day, he lost his too. He just didn't realize it until now that his father been dead to him so long ago. And I'm like, what the hell does that have to do with what's going on right now? Okay, in a way it kind of does, but I'm sorry, I'm not Team Jacob right here. And the reason why I'm not, because Jacob is making it seem like he had this big dream to start this new church. He started this church and his daddy just said, no, you can't do this. I'm going to make sure I do everything in my power to stop this. No, you joined forces with a dude who your father had been telling you time and time again was out to get him. You decided to join forces with that cat, right? And then he decided to open up a church right across the street from your daddy. Well, it wasn't even supposed to be a church at first. It was supposed to be just like a rec center or, an extended educational center. And then he decided to make it a church and then give you the church right across the street from your daddy. You ain't even got the cojones to say something to him. You just want to fall into it because you want to prove to your daddy so bad how much of a man you are and how much you don't need him in your life. That's you on this rant, Jacob, not your daddy. So the fact that your daddy want to stop Skanks, it ain't necessarily he want to stop you. He want to stop Skanks because he want his church to continue to grow. You just have to be caught in the crossfire, but you walked your butt over across the street into that fire. So I don't feel nothing for you, Jacob. Don't be trying to act like it's Bishop's fault and he the one that's like ruining your life. No, you decided to do this. So now you want him to just step back and let all this happen. It was going to go down with or without you, Jacob. Don't you realize that Skanks was going to do this with or without you? But you trying to make this a personal thing, like your daddy got a personal vendetta against you. I don't think so, boo-boo. I don't think so. After they leave out of there, now Grace is like, what the heck y'all doing here, So now she wants to ask them what's going on. So Jacob is talking to her. She said, dude, bruh, come on, man. Don't you think this is kind of childish? He's still on the flip. Like, how dare you say anything to me? You ran away. You stopped preaching. You ran away. Knowing what you knew about Uncle Perv and Faith. And then now you want to come back here and act like you got anything to say after you done uprooted my life. I'm like, dude, let you tell it. You didn't have a life. Your daddy wasn't never there for you. You even told your mama that as much as she was holding your hand, she was doing it with the other hand in her daddy's pocket. Like he was never really on your side. So they didn't have nothing to do with Grace. They had to do with you. So how you gonna put that on Grace? But okay. So it seemed kind of weird to me though that they are making Grace trying to feel like so at fault for all the shit that's going wrong in their life. Even Charity was like that in the beginning. It's just everything is Grace's fault. I just don't get that. At the end, Lady Mae comes in. She brings Aaron this grapefruit pound cake. I'm not a grapefruit fan, so I don't know how that would taste. I've had a lemon pound cake. I had a 7-Up cake. I had a pineapple upside down cake. Ah, love those. Yeah. Oh, a crunch cake. I had those. But a grapefruit pound cake I've never had, but she gave it to Aaron, said, this is like your mama used to make. I know it ain't as good. He eats it and like, this is so good. Is it just me, or am I the only one to think that Aaron is an odd looking preacher? It's something not symmetrical with his look. I don't know. It's just, Maybe it's just a preference, and I don't have a preference for his look. But like I said, she's overly nice to him, and I'm just not understanding why all of a sudden this sudden change. She wants to really make him feel at home. And then Aaron goes on to say, hey, Mae, I ain't gonna tell nobody what's going on with you and my daddy, or what happened between you and my daddy. It's like pointless. Why would I need to? And so she feels comforted and reassured, and I guess that's the reason why she's been acting all extra with him, trying to make sure that he not gonna spill the beans. And like, I ain't got no reason to talk about that. So I guess, you know, that's what her purpose was. I don't know. At the end of the episode, they play "Take Me to the King." Oh, what's her name? Tamala Man. I love that song. I'm not in church, but I love that song. But yeah, what I'm finding so worrisome about this episode, about this show, not the episode itself, is that oh, I forgot the one point. Sophie wanted to talk to her mom about the wedding. She wants to, like, I guess, needed information about the sermon that she was gonna do or whatever, and she told her that she couldn't because she gave her notes, but the wedding's off. And Sophie's like, hey, you want me to pray for them? And Grace is like, nah, that ain't gonna do nothing for them. So Grace is like, well, let me pray for you, because I'm not understanding how you, a Christian woman, a pastor, who don't believe that prayer helps. So she prayed for her mother's salvation, for her to get some strength and guidance from God, and to put her back on the right path. And you could tell Grace was really convicted by that speech. So back to what I was saying, I really find it weird that they are making it a point to challenge Grace's faith. Started with Uncle Perv, when she goes to confront him and she's out there night stalking him, and he's like, I thought you was a Christian woman. A Christian woman would have been more forgiving. Yada yada yada. Christian man wouldn't have been out here messing around with these little girls. Okay. And then the bride went in a whole little rant about how she didn't want Grace to perform the wedding because she was a pastor who decided to stop preaching, and she don't, whatever she got to say, whatever her reasons are why she stopped preaching ain't gonna matter, because she just don't have no faith in her, and she don't want her officiating over the wedding. And ever since, I guess that must have been a sign to her, that was the bishop wasn't going to officiate, that she didn't need to do this wedding. It was so many things that wasn't lining up. Her man was reminding her of Grace, I guess. It's the fact that he didn't want to send their kid to Christian school, so it's making her think that he didn't believe in Christ as well, and maybe he'll walk away from this godly marriage just as easy as Grace walked away from the church. That's all I'm reaching. And then now Sophie is not necessarily challenging her mother, but she's questioning where her mother's faith is at, being that she's a pastor who won't go to God in prayer. And I'm like, well, for me, you know, it's a good way to say faith without works is dead. You can have all the faith you want, you can go to prayer all you want, but if you don't take some action yourself, ain't nothing gonna move. What y'all book say? The idle hands is the devil's playground, something like that. I know somebody gonna come in here and preach to me about telling me how wrong and how I'm interpreting it. That's why I don't go to church. Y'all give me y'all own interpretations. Anywho, but yeah, that's pretty much the episode. So I'm not sure, but they are really like challenging Grace's faith and her. Maybe I missed something about why she walked away from the pulpit in the first place. But heck, look at all the stuff that's going on in this church. Who you believing in? Who you following in? Everybody doing dirt. What would give you a sense of security in the word you're being taught when you're being taught this word by people who are not walking by the example or leading by the example? That's the way to say it. So yeah, that's the end of Greenleaf. Yo, point of no return. Everybody relationship pretty much kind of like went past the point of no return here. Like Sophie is like, she's a new Christian. You get a new Christian, they want to teach you everything about the Lord. I used to be that way once upon a time. You want to let everybody know the joy that you found. Jacob is like, it's no turning back. It's me against my family. Y'all ain't got no love for me right here. Kerissa dropping all the information and the tea about Basie's money to Jacob, and Jacob sitting up there with all ears like, oh, do tell me more. She kind of put Tasha in her place, finally. And what else is going on? Lady Mae is now confident that Aaron knows what happened between her and her daddy. So I don't know if she's feeling some kind of way about that. But and the whole injunction with Triumph is moving forward because Basie already said, you know, we ain't gonna get this done in 7 days. You already know. So game on. Because Jacob was like, game on. That's it, y'all. All right. Thank you for coming back, watching this channel. Peace. Let me know how you feel down below.